Alright guys, how is it going? So I have gotten a bunch of questions on what materials do I use to make my farm toy display. So I thought we'd do a quick video here. So first thing you need to do is one, decide what you're gonna do. So if you're gonna have a big lot, you're gonna need gravel. If you're gonna have a big field, you're gonna need dirt. If you're gonna have pasture and so on and so forth, you're gonna need a lot of grassy area. Chances are though, you're gonna need a little bit of all of that. So first things first, and I left it way over here. Basically everything on my display, as far as turf and gravel and so on and so forth, is held down with Elmer's glue. So what you do, you can do this two ways. You can squirt it out onto your surface and you can brush it thin and then sprinkle your, your stuff. You would sort of do this and then kind of, sprinkle it. Or you can sift it or whatever you want to do there. Whatever floats your boat. And that's how you hold it down. Or two, now completely ignore the label here. This is car wash product I use. But you can take your Elmer's glue, put it in a squirt bottle, and then add a whole bunch of water to it to make it thin. And then you can spray down and sort of achieve the same effect. So those are the two things, that's sort of how you attach it, if you will. So now we need to look at how, or what you want to do. So, or what you want to put down. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, let's flip that bad boy around. Let's move this out of the way. Sorry, I've got a lot of material here for this demo, so I'm a little disjointed, if you will. Gravel. So you're going to use this for your field, or not your field, your lot, if you will, at your model farm. Wow, just bumped my shed. Sorry, chaos everywhere. I typically mix two colors together. So this darker fine ballast with, say, the medium ballast gray blend, the lighter gray. That just gets me closer to what we use here on the farm. And on my farm, I've done a couple different things, and that is, so you can see, here's this area. So this is the older gravel, and I used a whiter gravel for it, and it's a bigger gravel. The idea being the big tractors, the big machines and stuff like that are there more so. And then here I used the finer ballast and mixed it in with the idea of being, like pickup trucks and things like that, more so go over to the shop and things like that to, use that area. And it's newer. I use that color and that finer gravel, sort of thinking, it might look newer or fresher put down. Now, I don't know if that translates on the camera or the video or not, but in my head it worked. Anyway, you can do whatever you want there. But, play around with this stuff because you can do different blends, different sizes. Like I said, you can do medium or fine, things like that. And you can get lots of different effects for your lot. And it turns out pretty cool. Okay. So then you've got ground cover. So I guess the first thing, and I don't have any of it here, if you're going to do a field, just get you some dirt. Get dirt from outside, sift it through a little sifter, like a kitchen sifter, and then sift it again, and then you're ready to put it down. You're going to do the same thing that you do. Use your glue, put it over the glue, you're good to go. Okay, so step 2, ground cover. So this sort of used to be the old standard. Everybody did this, and it looked good for grass. And you can see I have places, actually I lied, I've almost completely switched to static grass now. So I don't have any places to show you this. I use this as a base for my static grass in a lot of places. And so let me do kind of a quick close-up here around my sign. So see this darker, smaller stuff? That is this stuff. And the idea being, that's kind of my base grass, if you will. Okay. So, again, same process, sticking that down. All right, now we're gonna move on. This is a smaller bag of the same thing, and again, this comes in tons of colors. So just pick what's gonna work best for your neck of the woods, if you will, what you want your display to look like. Okay. Now moving on to the meat of the subject, static grass, or flock as it's often called, especially in the model train world, if you will. So this stuff, and let me just pull a handful out here, or not a handful, but some strands out. Okay. See how this is longer fibers of material there? So that is going to look your most realistic. And you can get this, again, in different colors, but also different lengths. And I don't want to recommend any certain lengths because just play with it. What's best on your model farm? Like, for example, if you're going around the edge of a field, you need longer static grass than, say, if you're doing, in your farmyard. So, and again, we'll see how this translates. But here is all static grass. And you can see it stands up. It's got texture to it. So on and so forth. It's really cool stuff. So that's where you really are going to show your realism, when you are able to start doing that stuff. So, okay. Moving on. Trees and bushes. So when I think and probably everybody started out, you would use this stuff, this little clumps of stuff, and it would be your bushes and trees, and in fact, on the bag, it says bushes. And I can show you trees that I made with this stuff, and so on and so forth, and it looked great for then. By the way, wow, let's back up. To do static grass, you need a static grass applicator. You can buy these all over the place. You can look online to see how to make your own, so on and so forth, but you've got to have one. Wow, sorry I goofed that up big time. Okay, anyway, so back to bushes and trees. So you can still use those little clumps like I just showed you, but you've got to kind of pick and choose. If you want a really ultra realistic display, you're going to want to use something else. And so now I'll kind of show you that, if you will. Or I don't have a lot of bushes on this display, but so see these little guys here? So these are tufts, and you can get those, obviously hobby stores, especially train hobby stores. They are your go-to place for all of this stuff, and those guys are really good, and they'll probably, give you some pointers too. But anyway, so that's great for a little bit longer grass or spots, where it's grown up. And then I'm gonna take you over here and excuse the absolute mess that is my display right now. Lots of new stuff happening. I'm going to take you along my creek here, and you can see this longer stuff here. Now this came in a little plastic box, and you pull it apart and you put it where you want it. So that is great for under trees, like there, get it to focus, there we go, things like that. So, in pasture and things of that nature. And there are tons and tons of various products like that out there. So, woo, shaky cam. Sorry. Yeah, at least you're getting some decent views of some field cultivators and dominators, right? All right. Anyway, guys, that's kind of the quick and dirty of materials for making a farm toy display. Now, I'm probably not going to get too much into the nuts and bolts of making the display. I think other people have done that. There's no need to me beating that to death. Although if you guys have certain questions or certain techniques you want to know, something you've seen me do here on the display, hey, let me know. I'll do a video on it, whatever. I'm not picky. and I don't want you to think that I'm like the authority on this stuff, because I'm not. I'm not. I'm getting caught up, if you will, in the farm toy world as far as detailing out the display. And that's one of my big goals this winter, is to take it to the next level, even farther. Last winter I did a lot of the trees and stuff, but this winter I want to go all the way with it, so we'll see. Alright guys, as always, really appreciate you watching. Thank you. Please let me know if you got any questions below, or if you have any materials you use in the comments below. Love to hear them. So, all right, guys. As always, thanks. Have yourselves a great night.